Yes guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Now in today's video, I'm going to be going over the 8 rules I live by to maintain 10% body fat year round. Now, getting abs is easy, but keeping abs year round while still living a life, now that is a challenge. Guys, I've stayed around 10% body fat for years now. I travel all the time, I run a business, and I still enjoy my social life. I still drink alcohol, and now these are my 8 rules for staying lean for life. So let's dive in. Rule number 1, guys, is you need to build your metabolism. Now, if you know me, you know I talk about this all the time. You cannot be dieting all the time when it comes to staying lean. So we need to be reverse dieting, which means at some point in your lifting journey, weight loss journey, you need to take yourself through a proper reverse diet. This means reducing calories, getting lean, like a standard fat loss phase, and then being very strategic on the way out and increasing your calories slowly, 100 calories every couple of weeks. This is without a doubt the hardest part of any fat loss phase. But if you are sensible and disciplined and you increase 100 calories, let's say every 2 or 3 weeks, you can go 600, 700, 800 calories up and maintain your condition. This is so important for a number of reasons. First of all, it sets you up for a great gaining phase because your calories are up, your fat is down, you're in a good place. You can also then go back into a fat loss phase. But guys, you cannot stay at 1800 calories as a man year round and be lean. I'm able to maintain my body weight at a very kind of low level of body fat at 3,000 calories a day. And the reason I've been able to do that is because I've done multiple reverse diets. I've got so many videos on this. Literally type in Max Rogers reverse dieting. I've got like 2 or 3 15-minute videos diving deep into this subject. Now, the second rule I live by, you have to have muscle, guys. You can't always be dieting. Now, in this position I'm in, I kind of live at around maintenance. And obviously I pull back every so often if I want to look good, like I've got a shoot in 2 weeks, so I'm dieting now. But most of the time I'm kind of sitting around maintenance. But I have spent years building muscle. I'm at a stage now where I'm happy with my look. I don't really want to build more muscle than this. I'm kind of content. If you're watching this and you're very, very skinny, although this video is about, rules I live by to stay at 10%, my friend, you have to take yourself into some proper lean gaining phases. I've got multiple videos on this as well. Not big fat dirty bulks where you eat pizza every day. Lean gaining phases. You want to build as much muscle as possible whilst staying lean, so that when it comes to dieting, you don't have to do a 20-week diet to get in shape. You can do it in 8 weeks because you're not fat to begin with. If you want to stay lean year round, you want to have taken yourself through those multiple reverse diets, and that also means multiple gaining phases. So you've got a good kind of foundation. Like for me, I am happy with this physique. But if I was skinny and didn't have much muscle, I wouldn't be living in a deficit all the time. I'd be trying to gain. But remember, guys, the whole bulking and cutting thing is kind of outdated and dead. I remember I used to do a 6-month bulk, get extremely fat, hate myself for 6 months, train in an oversized t-shirt. Then I'd diet down and feel skinny, so I'd still train in an oversized t-shirt, and I never enjoyed the way I looked. If I would have just got myself nice and lean to a good starting point, then lean gain to a nice position, then got myself lean again, reverse dieted out, lean gained, good position, lean again, I would have enjoyed the process so much more. Don't get caught up with these dirty bulks, but we do want to have muscle. And the only way you're going to build muscle is a small surplus over time. These 8-week bulks are outdated. You cannot build much muscle in 8 weeks. You need 8 months. And to do a bulk for 8 months, you need a small surplus. You can't be on 4,000 calories from day one and have an 8-month bulk. You'd gain 30 kilos of fat in under a year. My third rule as well, guys, is we have to create a lifestyle here. This is not a, bulk for 12 weeks, then cut for 8 weeks, then go on holiday, then don't train for 3 months, then get back on a bulk. You need to create a lifestyle, which is why your routine and the way you eat is so important. I've literally made a career out of helping guys do this. This is all I do. You should be training 3 or 4 times a week in the gym. Get in, smash it to bits and get out and go and live your life. Go and earn money, get a job, enjoy time with your friends, okay, with your food. No, again, it's outdated. Egg whites for breakfast, chicken and rice for lunch, fish and potato for dinner, protein shake before bed. Eat the food you enjoy. Yes, most of your food should come from whole foods. Like for me, I have a lot of egg whites, I do have a lot of vegetables, a lot of lean meats, but I have protein pancakes, I have shakes with, you know, fun stuff in there. I will enjoy my food. I'll go out for dinner multiple times a week. Okay, I've created a lifestyle that I don't need to stop. Remember, if you are on a diet has a start point and an end point. The big problem when we get to the end point, because people then go back to doing what they were doing before. I don't come off of this plan. I enjoy the way I eat, I enjoy the way I train, and I enjoy the way I look. I don't have dirty bulks, I don't eat shit all the time. You've got to create a lifestyle. And if you want help with this, guys, I've literally spent the last 5 years building a career out of this stuff. I've got 2 courses below. That's a lie. I've got 1 course below, which is called the Complete Physique course, where it's very, very cheap, and it's 35 videos taking you guys from start to finish the exact way to build a great physique. It's actually called the Complete Physique. And then I've also got my premium coaching as well, which is one-to-one, more direct with me. No pressure to do anything. The fact that you're watching this video is enough for me. Now, rule number 4, a massive one for me, one that I learned very, very late, is I prioritize cardio. If you want to be lean all the time and look great all the time, not just for a photo shoot once a year, you need to be burning a lot of calories, obviously, which means we need to be doing a lot of walking. We need to be doing a lot of cardio, and we need to be training hard, okay? Don't think you can go to the gym and do lateral raises and curls, a shoulder and arm day, and think that you're burning a lot of calories. You burn no calories doing lateral raises and bicep curls. When we do cardio, this is how we burn calories. It also allows us to eat more food. It allows us to recover better. It makes us fit and healthy. It's good for our heart. I don't know why people go into bulks and don't do cardio, and then they only do cardio in their fat loss phases. And then some people think cardio makes you lose muscle. No, it doesn't. If your goal is to stay lean year round, which is my goal, which I've done for years and years and years, and I'm doing it right now, I'll still be lean in 6 weeks, I'll still be lean in 6 months, and I was lean a year ago, okay? I prioritize steady state cardio. Why don't I prioritize HIIT cardio? First of all, it is very, very challenging, yeah? It's hard. It makes me very, very hungry. When I do, every now and then I'll do like sprints on the rower or I'll box, I always have to go home and have a nap. I'm always hungry afterwards. If you do 15 minutes of proper HIIT training and then you go home and you're starving and you eat another meal, the deficit is gone. You didn't burn 600 calories in 12 minutes doing 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. That 600 calorie meal, you've blown your deficit, okay? Stick to steady state cardio. It doesn't increase fatigue, it doesn't increase hunger, it doesn't affect training performance. We need training performance to be dialed in at all times. So I like my low impact cardio, I like my power walks, I like my stairmaster, I like sitting on a bike in the sun. I do box a couple times a week, but remember guys, I'm kind of in a maintenance phase now. So for me, when I box and I burn a lot of calories across an hour, I'll increase my calories. But if my goal was fat loss, I'd need to do the boxing and then keep calories the same. And then suddenly we've got a big hunger problem and fatigue problem, which will roll into the weeks and roll into it just makes things harder. Now, rule number 5, okay, is that I don't obsess over calories, but I kind of know what's going in roughly. I haven't weighed my food or tracked everything on MyFitnessPal since I stepped off stage when I did a competition, don't ask, about 3.5 years ago. But I know roughly where my calories are at. I know I can roughly maintain my body weight at about 3,000 calories. I know if I eat slightly under than that, I'll come in. I know if I eat slightly more than that, I'll put on body fat. And I kind of just eyeball it from there by keeping an eye on my weight. I do track my protein, but I do it in my head. It's very easy. I live in Bali, so I'll order 250 grams of chicken, I'll order 2 scoops of whey, I'll order 200 grams of yogurt, so I can kind of work out my protein intake. But again, guys, if you're trying to get lean and you're massively overweight, and you're new to this, it makes sense for me, for you guys to track your food. Any of the guys I coach, I get them to track their food for at least a month, because everybody underdoes it or overdoes it. Nobody gets it right. I've been doing this for so many years now, but if you said to me, Max, I need you in elite shape 4 weeks from now, I'd track everything to the gram. It's the first thing I do, say, right, I need to start weighing my food, because like human error, 20-30% off either way. Right now, I hit my protein and I kind of stick roughly within my calories. But if I was going to really dial it in, I would be tracking. You know yourself better than I know you. If you have no idea what you're eating, or if you think you're eating 1,800 calories, but your body weight is going up, my man, you're not eating 1,800 calories. You're obviously eating more food. And if you're watching this and your body weight is stuck and you feel like you're doing everything right, but you've plateaued, track your food. You haven't plateaued. You're eating more food than you think. And that way, when we do hit these stalling, these like kind of fat loss plateaus that we all hit, we have the levers to pull from. If you don't know what you're eating and then your body weight isn't going down, what do? You just increase your cardio, increase your steps. You should know what you're doing. If my body weight stalls, I know my calories have crept up. I bring them down, I increase my output. I know this stuff. If you guys, you're not me. You haven't been doing this for 17 years. I live it. I don't walk around like this once a week. I am always like this. I'm not even trying to be big-headed. Obviously, it's my job. But if you haven't got that physique yet, and you probably should be tracking your food. Another rule I live by is I have created a lifestyle for myself that matches my goals. Remember, guys, I am an online coach. Yeah? I've got close to 100 clients that I have to deal with every single day. I'm obviously trying to build a big YouTube, so I'm doing content all the time. I have to be in shape. I have to be in shape. All of my friends are elite level coaches. I don't hang out with a bunch of boozers, and in the past I used to hang out with lawyers and stuff, and all they do is go and drink. So I'm always surrounded by alcohol, or if I'm not drinking, I'm out having dinner, and I'd feel like I've won because I haven't drunk, but then I'm eating out, and my physique was just always sloppy. Now, what have I done? I've moved to Bali. My gym is 5 minutes away. My friends are all coaches. I do cardio all the time. I box 3 times a week. Like, I've set my environment up for success. I really have. All my friends are in the industry. I'm a coach, and I think when you're filming content all the time, I have to look a certain way. So I've made it very easy for myself. If all of your friends go to the pub 4 times a week, get on it every weekend, and they're eating out 5 times a week, show me your physique. I already know what it looks like, okay? Set your environment up to win. And another rule I live by, I know I've just said that, but I still have a social life. Don't think I just sit at home eating chicken and rice depressed. I still have a social life. Yes, although my friends don't drink very often, sometimes we will go out and we will drink, but it will be planned. I'll know in advance, okay? If I'm going, because I eat out here probably 3 or 4 nights a week. I'll eat out in Bali, but I will calorie bank. I've got videos on calorie banking, or you call it fasting. If I'm going out for a big meal with my friends or with my girlfriend, I will fast in the morning. I will have a high protein, low calorie lunch. I'll do a hard training session or a hard cardio session, or both. And I will go into dinner with 2,000 calories in the bank, and I will enjoy it. I will enjoy it. Maybe I'll have a few drinks, I'll have a big meal. And I know that when I go to bed, I'm still kind of under my 3,000 kind of range, which is where I need to be. I know I've kind of hit my protein because I'll maybe have had a shake along the way as well, or at least came close to hitting my protein. That's how I do it. Let's say I did that on a Saturday. I'll wake up on Sunday. I put 2,000 calories in at 10 p.m. I'll wake up on Sunday. I'm not having a big breakfast. I'm going to fast in the morning. I'm going to go and put those calories to good use and have an amazing training session. Go and hit a big cardio session. Go and do a class, anything. The balance that I've created helps me with my long-term adherence, and it allows me to effortlessly stay in shape because I calorie bank. I always plan for the weekends, and I would recommend you do the same. I know guys who will blow it on a weekend. They will blow it on Friday and Saturday, and even if they were on it Monday to Friday, they ruin their whole week. And these guys just look the same every single week, and they can never really get to that 10 to 12%, that crisp look that we all want. And another rule I live by now that I've had to kind of adopt as I've kind of hit 31 is I really, really prioritize my recovery, okay? I've got guys that watch this that are 20, I've got clients that are 50, okay? But training 3 or 4 times a week with weights, doing cardio 4 or 5 times a week, doing boxing 3 times a week, I am always active. And now things like massage, sleeping properly, ice baths and saunas, these things are a massive part of my life now. And one of the reasons why I moved to Bali. Every day I sauna, every day I ice bath, I get massage a few times a week. My sleep is always dialed in. I go to bed at 10, I wake up at 5:30. That's it. It's non-negotiable, okay? and I'm able to recover better, build more muscle, manage my appetite, stay leaner. It's just that your recovery, if you're only as good as you can recover. This is why I don't train 6 times a week anymore. I can't do it. If you're 18 watching this, great, but you do not grow. You grow outside of the gym. You get leaner outside of the gym. We need to recover, guys. And that also leads me into things like mobility work and like deload weeks. All of this kind of comes into prioritizing recovery, but I work on my mobility now. I got up to 103 kilos a couple of years ago and I was just a big block of cheese. I then started boxing and I couldn't even like rotate my hips or throw a punch. So that's how I've done it. I want you guys to not make the same mistakes I made. These are the 8 rules I live by to kind of help me stay lean. As you can see, if you go on my Instagram, I don't live my life like a monk. I still have fun, I still socialize. But guys, if you want to do this smartly, I've got a course below which helps you guys. It's called the Complete Physique. It's super cheap and affordable for you guys, which takes you through everything there is to do with training. And I've also got my premium coaching, which is going to be one-to-one with me, way more tailored. I'm on your case 24/7. That is my full-time job. If not, no pressure. The fact that you guys are watching this video is enough for me, and I'll see you in the next one.